Welcome to Yolanda's Cakes. In this tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make anemone and poppy flowers, which are very similar to each other. So let's get started. To trace the petals, I'm using a plastic cup to trace a circle. When tracing the circle, do not close it completely. Leave a small gap to where the stem is going to be cut out. Also, elongate the circle on the sides as I show here, not to have a round but an oval shaped petal. Also, when you are cutting the top of the petal, cut it in zigzags to give the petals some movement. The sizes of the petals are small petals 2 inches wide, large petals 2.5 inches wide. For the anemone, we are going to need 4 small petals and 4 large petals. For the poppy flowers, we are going to need only 4 large petals. Besides cutting the petals, you are going to need to cut a small ribbon that is going to be placed on top of the wire. And very quickly, I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to use to make these flowers. Gum paste, thread, white and black, also petal dust, green and yellow, some Florist wire gauge 26, Florist tape, a pair of scissors, also fondant cutter. I'm going to use those wheels, the plain one, a Dresden tool, that's to trace over the wafer paper, also brushes, Florist wire, Florist tape, and also a mixture of petal dust and unflavored gelatin, equal parts. This is to make the pollen. Also water and piping gel. I will leave the link to the video on how to make homemade piping gel, which is this one that I'm using, and I think it works very well. For the anemone, we will make a yellow pistil of about 1/2 inch wide. Make a teardrop as I'm doing right now and continue the process. Here we will make a total of 8 slits on this teardrop. And also at the end, do not forget to taper the gum paste down and clear the wire. Make sure that the gum paste is attached to the wire. Notice how I'm doing this, getting rid of any excess gum paste. The next pistil that I'm going to make is for the poppy flower. very similar, but only this time we are going to use black gum paste, and then we are going to flatten the top of the pistil or the center of the flower. Let's watch. I've already traced and cut all of my petals, but I will demonstrate with these two only. First thing is to vein the petals using the fondant wheel. Do this using a piece of wafer paper underneath the petals on your counter. Don't vein them without laying first the paper, so your petals won't break. This sheet of paper looks bad, but I could still use some of the corners for this job. When veining your petals, vein them on the shiny side of the wafer paper. Do not vein them on the rough or reverse side of the paper, only on the shiny part of the paper. Next, we are going to attach the wire on the wrong side, on the side that is rough. First, we are going to dip the wire in the water, and then we are going to sandwich that wire between the back of the petal and that piece of ribbon, that small piece right on top of the wire. And we do this with all the petals for both flowers, for the anemone and for the poppy flowers. To finish preparing the pistil, we will wrap the thread in 4 of our fingers, thereby making a large loop of thread, with white thread for the anemones and black thread for the poppies. Go around your 4 fingers 80 to 100 times. Now, with florist tape, wrap the bottom loops loosely and cut them. Then part the top loops and insert the pistil through, making sure that it is secured between your fingers. Now wrap the wire with the florist tape very tightly to prevent the threads from coming out. Wrap also the rest of the threads and down the wire at the same time. Next, cut the top loops and shave close to the pistil. When cutting the stamens, do not cut so much that you cut below the pistil. The threads or the stamens need to be above it. So just to make sure that you cut above the pistil. all the stamens or threads. And you have now completed the pistil and the stamens of your flower. And here we will add the stamens to the pistils for the poppy flowers. And to add pollen to the stamens, we will dip the tip of the stamens in water and then into the mixture of petal dust and unflavored gelatin. Do this very carefully as you don't want any water to get into the pistil. Now let's condition the petals using piping gel on the rough side. Be sure to hold down the petal at the wire with your finger and brush on the piping gel using a soft brush. Do not oversaturate. Then turn the petal towards you and curl or shape the petal if you wish. Personally, I don't like a lot of curved petals. Then turn the petal to the rough side or the side with the piping gel and pinch the wire at the very edge of the petal and bend it back very lightly. You should let all of your petals dry before you assemble the flowers. Now that our petals are dried, let's assemble the flower. The poppy flowers will take 4 large petals only. First, secure the pistil with Florist tape to the first petal by wrapping the tape around once or twice. Then, take the second petal and place it facing the first petal. Again, secure it with the tape going around once or twice, and the rest of the 2 petals are going to be placed also facing each other. Be sure to wrap the tape all the way down to the bottom of the wire. At this point, you may move around the petals, making sure that you don't grab the petals, but you grab the wires. You fix them and you turn them the way you like. You do that to your liking. Also, if you like, you may use the a tool like the Dresden tool to move the wires around, but be sure you do not pull the petals as they are very fragile. Our next flower is the anemone. These flowers take 4 small petals and 4 large petals. We begin by securing the pistil to the 4 small petals using Florist tape, overlapping each of the petals. You will place the last petal over and under the side petals. Then, in the second round, you will secure the large petals, placing the first petal in between 2 small petals, and so forth, staggering each petal as we did before. Finish wrapping the tape all the way down the wire. Again, arrange and move the petals to your liking. And here is the final product. I hope that you liked this tutorial, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you have any questions or any comments, do not hesitate to write to me or leave your comment in the information window of this video. Do not miss the next tutorial where I will be using these flowers to decorate a Mother's Day cake. So I will see you there. And again, like always, be at peace with everyone as much as it is possible for you. Subscribe, like, and share. God bless you, and I will see you again in Yolanda's Cakes. Bye-bye.